Success is merely some easy steps that are continuously repeated every single day for a long period of time. You need to ask yourself, if I do this for a long period of time, will I get the results I seek? And if the habit is yes, okay, if you find the answer is yes to that question, then you need to do that habit every single day, and you need to start with a few habits every single day, or else you're not going to do them. You're going to feel bad about yourself. You want to develop wins under your belt, meaning you want to choose a few habits that you do extremely well every single day for a long period of time. Most times, unfortunately, people choose the wrong habits. Okay, and they focus on the wrong things, and they try to apply the things that I teach them on a general basis, and it ends up taking forever to build up habits and to build up the life journey that needs to happen a bit more faster, and it would if you had a mentor. My name is Joseph Darling. This is the Men of High Value channel. Winston Churchill once said, success is merely someone moving from failure to failure without losing their enthusiasm, right? So don't lose your enthusiasm. Be willing to fail, okay? Go from failure to failure and keep at it, but do it with the correct habits is basically what I'm trying to establish here on this video. Having said that, the habit that you need to have that is probably one of the biggest, most crucial habits is being able to pick yourself up once you fall. Failure is falling, right? So success is getting up. If you get up one more time than your opponent, you win. So you have to figure out how good can you get at getting back up every single time and trying one more time. How fast do you manage to get up? Okay? Do you get up right before you capitulate completely and completely stop and never ever try again? Or do you get up very fast, immediately, when you're supposed to? I know of people who, when they get depressed, Andrew Tate says there's no such thing as depression, right? It's only you are believing that you're depressed. I know of some people who, when they do get depressed, they stay there for months at a time, sometimes years at a time, and they never really figure out how to get out of it. Now, the only thing that they would have needed to do was to actually hire someone who's not depressed to teach them what do they do to get out of depression, right? Or to get out of the funk, or to get out of a miserable or difficult situation. That's the only thing that needs to happen. Some people will do it for cheap. The experts are probably going to do it for a little bit more pricey. But in the end, you get what you pay for, right? The point that I'm trying to make is you need to figure out, are you down right now? Are you down for the count? Because if you are, you need to get out of it ASAP. There's nothing to be gained down there. At all. Nothing. You're not developing habits. You're not progressing towards the land of your dreams. You're stuck in the sewers, in the gutter, in a situation that's not going to benefit you or anyone. And to be honest, it's extremely selfish. Right? Now, before you begin to attack me for, attacking depressed people who are, it's not... It's your belief that this situation cannot be solved that's the problem. There's always a solution. It's just that you don't know it. It's you haven't figured it out. And you believe that there's no way to figure it out. There is a way to figure it out. And you simply have convinced yourself that you can't get out of it. Which means that you're feminine, which means that you're in a victim mindset. And yes, it is okay to have a down day. It is okay to even be depressed. It's fine. Like, if you want to stay there for a while, go for it. I'm just saying that there's nothing good that comes from being down there. At some point, you have to pull yourself up, and that might as well be today. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen fast or automatically, but it's going to happen eventually if you keep taking baby steps out of the mud or the sewers. And what you simply need is someone to grab you by the hand, and it would be nice, take someone by the hand to grab you out and take you out of it. And there are people who have been trying to get you out of the mud for a long period of time. You just are closed, you've closed your mindset to their assistance. Even if they are trying to get paid for their services. Are you using all of your resources that you've got to get yourself out of depression? Because you're not going to achieve anything that you want long term. You're not going to get women down there, okay? And if you do, it's not going to be good ones. You're not going to get rich down there in your depression. What are you going to play the lottery, right? And you're not going to get the body of your dreams in that depression either. Those three things need to happen in this lifetime. Okay, so you're wasting time when you're down in the gutter. How quickly do you bounce back? It's an expertise. It is a habit. It is something that anyone who wants to become successful has to eventually master. Some people take months. Don't do that anymore. Pay for someone's services to get you out of it. Okay? DM me at Instagram, okay, at Men of High Value. And we'll figure it out. I can literally help you. I've helped countless of guys to get out of their difficult situation, depression, whatever. Some people then get better at it, and then it only takes weeks to get out of their situation. And there's no such thing as a situation. It's only how you think about it. It's only how you view it. Okay? You have a camera, your eyes, your ears, your senses, everything is designed for you to choose. Okay, obviously you're going to, if something smells, you're going to smell it, right? It's going to smell bad. But if you look at something, you can turn that thing into a positive or you can turn it into a negative thing. You have to get good at turning everything into a positive thing that actually empowers you instead of disempowering you. If it takes weeks for you to get out of the down aspect, fantastic. Now, the next step is for you to take only days to get out of it. The next step is to take only hours to get out of it. The next step is to only take minutes out of it. Can you manage to do it in seconds? This is when life becomes flippin' amazing. You want life quality of 8, 9, and 10, okay, on a daily basis? Okay, you feel like you're a 10 today, you feel like you're a 9, you feel like you're an 8, or do you want to remain in the 1, 2, and 3? At some point, you want to get to the 8, 9, and 10. And then you have to get good at this skill. And there is no ifs or buts about it. You have to learn this skill. I'm an expert at it. I've been doing this for a long period of time. I get flippin' excited, okay, when issues come my way because I'm going to figure it out. It's just a matter of time. Bigger problems take longer time. Small problems take shorter time. But eventually I will figure it out because there's always a solution. And I love solving problems. So if problems do come my way, I've learned something from it. I've become better. I've become stronger. And now I can help others more effectively because I've been through it all. Right? Someone who hasn't taken on responsibilities and taken on problems, he has no idea how to lead others because he hasn't been in their situation. I had a client of mine mention to me the other day that, oh man, I thought I'd actually become somewhat mentally tough, But then there's just the next layer, and then there's the next layer, and I'm like, bro, LeBron James literally missed the playoffs last season, okay? He missed the playoffs. This is the player who never missed a playoff except for his very first year in the league, where he barely missed it with the Cavaliers. This is the first year, as far as I can remember, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the first year ever that he missed the playoffs. With the Lakers. Don't you think that he was telling himself, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? He had to pick himself up, and he's probably one of the best mental attitudes in the game because he's come to the point where he's come. But he's at that level, and he still has to improve. There is no time when you will be mentally tough because the challenges rise together with your mental toughness. Do you get what I'm saying? So the more mentally tough you become, and you're still willing to take on problems, right? Because if you're not growing, you're declining. guess what? It's going to require for you to become even more mentally tough. And then even more mentally tough. There's always a next challenge. There's always someone that's better than you out there and that pushes you beyond your limits. Understand this one principle of making sure your attitude is independent of circumstances consistently over a long period of time while you apply the habits that will take you to the land of your dreams. Hire me as a coach if you're considering that. DM me at Men of High Value on Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next one.